Let's take a question. I'm always trepidatious about this. Let's see. Bazooka says, so I am a young guy in college, and something I really struggle with is the thought of getting a girl pregnant. How do you deal with the situation, or what are your thoughts? It is a real, hey, if you have to, it just comes down to, I hate to tell you this, and it's not the answer everybody wants. You just have to go to a condom all the time. That's the real deal. 2 condoms if you're paranoid. It's not unusual, and you'll last forever. But again, you don't, if you're concerned, you need to take responsibility. You need to take care of that that part of the mechanics. You cannot think about your average girl. She can't remember to eat breakfast. She lost her car in a parking lot for 3 days. Didn't tell anybody. She like can't get to class on time to save her life. These are not girls you want like responsible for preventing a pregnancy that will affect you to the tune of 800, 900, $1 million over the next 18 years. And you will pay. So just know that's for guys that are paranoid or concerned, or know that it would be a distraction. You just wear a condom, and that's your rule until you get to know her over time and you're exclusive. And then there is some agreement and you actually keep an eye on her and see that this is a responsible thing to do. It's just like if you teach your girlfriend how to drive, you wouldn't just toss her the keys and give her your car to go for a run. You would actually teach her, keep an eye on her, go through the process, get her licensed, keep keeping an eye on her till you're comfortable with letting her go on her own. The same thing. And why wouldn't it be even more important with contraception? And so it may not be the sexiest answer, but it's the answer, and it will keep you out of trouble. It's a good habit to have. And again, habits, whatever your habit is, it just becomes the way it is. And you will save yourself a lot of grief. You might not have to marry the wrong girl, and you'll definitely it's very expensive. And that's the real deal, Bazooka. Bazooka, this is a good question, and I hope I answered it to the best of my ability. It might be something that Bunny and I also will cover on Saturday morning. I always like to get her take on some of these things that I haven't covered that often. But again, when it comes down to pregnancies, you have to protect yourself and protect the girl from herself, because girls get caught up just as much as men, and they're not nearly as responsible. And they're not thinking about the outcome. They'll be concerned when they're pregnant, but beforehand, it's just this ephemeral thing that will never happen. Remember, it just happened. How'd she get pregnant? It just happened. He just had sex with me. So remember, you're responsible. You're the one that you made everything happen up to that point. You have to make sure the contraception happens as well. And that's the real deal. We're at 28 minutes. And one more, which I think is always funny. Marty said, the amount of girls' selfies with filthy rooms behind them is mind-blowing. Yes. And if a girl sends you a selfie, you need to comment on the room like, oh my God, clean that shit up. That is exactly what they need to hear. They can have their tits hanging out, whatever, their ankles up around their ears. But what you should notice is like the 35 Starbucks cups and shit all. I mean, it's bad. And they'll do it. And girls live that way. But Bunny and I have discussed this too. Until they get pregnant. And then at about 7, 8, 9 months, they start cleaning things. And then not all, but for a lot of them, it's never a problem again. It's really bizarre what changes with girls. And he also says the one with the rat on the dirty laundry. I haven't seen that, but that gives you an idea. Yes, girls are disgusting. Their bathrooms their locker rooms are disgusting. Everything's disgusting, and they leave shit everywhere. But a lot of that stuff goes away as soon, for whatever reason, It's like there must be a hormone that's released, and they go, "Oh, I can't bring this child into this filthy." And because you want to see moms anal retentive about cleanliness, you get around moms, they're like, they're wiping those hands at least with the first 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. They got it down a system. So that's the real deal. Yes, I hope you guys had a good morning, and I appreciate you jumping in here 30 minutes, hour and a half late. But tomorrow morning, I have no choice because we start work early. I will be here at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any questions, by all means, ask them. And Bunny and I will be here at 7 a.m. on Saturday to take your questions as well. And we appreciate your patronage. If you'd like to purchase any of Bunny's products, you can find her at myplayboysbunny.gumroad.com. How to Fuck Like a Porn Star. I highly recommend it. Any of my products, including Dating Younger Women, the Definitive Guide to Age Gap Dating, can be found at fortworthplayboy.gumroad.com. And that is the real deal. Hope you gentlemen have a great Thursday.